Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you to Summer and Elaine for inviting me to the presentation today. It is a pleasure to be here, and I must say it's also a privilege to be on the front lines of the relationship between CAMT and NASA. And as I'm hoping to share with you here in the next couple of minutes, for a little company like Lifeloc, I think it's going to bear tremendous fruit over the next several years. So what about Lifeloc? This Lifeloc is not the identity protection company, so please don't email me your social security number and ask us to protect your identity like many people do. We make breath alcohol testers. That is, we make breathalyzers for law enforcement, domestically, in-state, around the country, around the world. We make breathalyzers that are used in corrections environments, in healthcare, and in personal use. And I think I can safely say that I hope that none of you have actually seen our product, because if you have, it probably wasn't one of your finer moments. We're based in Wheat Ridge, Colorado. We've been there for approximately 25 years. We have a base of about 35,000 breathalyzers around the world. We sell actively into 50+ countries, and CAMT has made a difference in our success, in our export success with some of the programs that we've worked on with them. We've been named a Colorado company to watch for 2011. We're very proud of that. We are in the process of becoming a public company. We have our stock symbol, but we still have a few regulatory hurdles to cross before we can be traded. Most importantly for today, our chief strategy for growth is product innovation. That is, new products. We are passionate about new products. So over the last couple years, we have grown our sales by approximately 30% last year, 40% the year before, and it's all as a direct result of innovation. We are also a manufacturer. So to echo some of the words from this morning, for us, manufacturing is innovation. Innovation is manufacturing. Here's a couple recent examples. We sold a breathalyzer kiosk to Ecuador, almost $1 million order for us. And that kiosk consists of a video camera, fingerprint reader, driver's license reader, and believe it or not, a breathalyzer in there. They're installed in 65 bus stations throughout Ecuador. The application is to ensure that your bus driver is safe, or at least sober, when he gets on the bus, and sober when he gets off the bus. So a great example of working with another Colorado company called Kiosk Information Systems in Boulder to produce a rather innovative solution to a global problem. We've also pioneered wireless breath alcohol testing, which allows the breath alcohol tester for law enforcement to communicate with a variety of devices that they may be carrying or that may be in their car. And we recently introduced a personal breathalyzer, which has law enforcement grade accuracy. It's not a cheap toy like many of the ones you've seen on the market. So innovation has really been the key success in driving our business forward. And our partnership with CAMT has been intimately, I guess you could say, responsible for helping us achieve that. CAMT was instrumental in us gaining our ISO 9000 certification last year. They provided resources and grant money to do that. In terms of improving our own product development, we've used CAMT courses such as Rapid Cycle Product Introduction to facilitate improving the productivity in our own organization. Value stream mapping has allowed us to get our processes in tip-top shape for growth. We've worked with CAMT for export development, which has been pretty successful. Last year, 40% of our sales were export to those 50+ countries around the world. And just a comment on exporting, which also came up earlier today. I would tell you that It is the international countries that we find are the most receptive to innovation, as opposed to our domestic customers here at home. So that says something, I think, about markets around the world. And finally, and perhaps I think most importantly as we go forward, CAMT introduced us about a month before Christmas to NASA. And I think it's with the relationship with NASA that we're in the process of developing that CAMT will kind of manifest its destiny for us, which is to really help us grow our business. So what about NASA? Well, for the small businesses out there, and there's many of you in the audience, don't be intimidated. It's NASA, it's fantastic, but they never made us feel like a small business. When we went out there, they were very size agnostic, so they didn't treat us like an $8 million business. We felt like we were General Electric when we were out there, and the tour that they showed us around on, the care they took with us, and what I would call the active listening that took place, that Joe's been working on in this organization. NASA is very, very serious about their new charter. And I think a good measure of that is the resources that have been put in place here in Colorado, as well as the resources that Joe has dedicated in his own organization to facilitating these type of engagements. On the downside, I would say, not so easy to navigate. Don't expect that you're going to go to a website someplace and find a list of the IP that NASA has, or find a list of the technology that's available, or a lot of the great ideas that may help your business. It might be there, but you could spend a long time looking for it. So I would really encourage you to take the time, go visit NASA Glenn in Cleveland, see some of the things that they've got out there. It's a fantastic experience in and of itself. They have what I term as a variety of powerful solutions looking for problems to solve. And we think for our business, they may be game-changing. For example, today a breathalyzer is about the size of a cell phone 10 or 15 years ago. It's a fairly hefty instrument. NASA has a specialization in miniaturizing things. We believe that NASA can help us miniaturize breathalyzer technology to the point where we could literally put a breathalyzer into every cell phone. That would be a game changer, totally for our industry. That would be a home run for our business. The other thing that NASA is very, very good at is working under extreme hazardous temperatures and environments. And today, breathalyzers typically don't work so well when you get to elevated temperatures, and they don't work at all when you get below freezing. So again, the technology that NASA has, the expertise, the resources there, we believe can allow us to extend the temperature range of our products, which in turn makes life a lot easier for law enforcement around the world, particularly on days like today in Colorado. So another great example of how we think our relationship with NASA could be a game changer. And finally, and it wouldn't be Colorado, I guess, if we didn't talk about marijuana, there's 14 states now that have legalized medical marijuana. So if you talk to any law enforcement officer today, he'll tell you that while they've done a good job on reducing drinking and driving and making the roads safer, they're facing a new threat, and that's what's called drugged driving. And there's no good way for law enforcement today to detect drug driving, particularly if it's cannabis related. So we talked to the folks at NASA about this, and their expertise in sensor technology has been used over the years for detecting and measuring a variety of organic and inorganic chemicals and elements, different types of gases. We think there's a real good chance that NASA can help us develop a breathalyzer which would read the breath signature of marijuana from a user. Again, that would be a game changer for our business. And all these three things are things that Lifeloc, as an $8 million company, could never do on our own. We simply don't have the resources, we don't have the time, we don't have the money. All these solutions aren't sitting on a table in NASA, but the technology to do them is there. And so I would encourage all the business people in the room today to take a closer look at what NASA can help you with. Don't depend on the website. Go there with CAMT or on your own, talk to Joe or some of his people, and make the trip. It will be well worth your while, and it's hard for me to imagine that some of the things you will see at NASA will not apply to your business in one way, shape, or form. So that's my message for today is give it a shot. It will be well worth your while to explore that. Thank you.